All right, page 3, negative exponents. Now this is where students typically get into some hot water. So what we're going to do is we're going to sneak up on that topic. We'll start with something fairly easy. We'll go x to the 5th over x to the 3rd. All right. So remember Mrs. Gilhooly's algebra class in high school. What do? Well, you subtract the exponents and you get x squared. Why do you subtract the exponents? Well, because they told you to. Well, remember, what is an exponent? It's an instruction, so we'll do this. X times x times x times x times x over, or as we say here in Maine, over x to the 3rd. And now I can cancel these out. And abracadabra, we get x squared. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. All right, but now I'm going to throw you a curveball. Let's do this one. X to the 3rd over x to the 5th. Well, remember, what do we do with exponents when we divide? We subtracticate them. So we get x to the negative 2. Well, what the hell is that? Well, again, what's an exponent? It's an instruction, so we'll do this. Okay. Now, what's the one thing I can multiply any number by without changing it? 1. So I'm going to do that because I can. And now I'll cancel these out. And what am I left with? 1 over x times x, which equals 1 over x squared. Well, which one is it? And the answer is both of them. B-O-F-U-M, both of them. Now, again, going back to Mrs. Gilhooly's algebra class, remember this one. If A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C. Remember that one? So we're going to use that because this equals this, this equals that, that equals that. Well, guess what? That means that this equals that. In other words, a negative exponent means you're dealing with a fraction. It has nothing to do with negative numbers. Write that down. A negative exponent means it's a fraction and has nothing to do with negative numbers as such. And so by way of a few examples, I can say 1 over 10 to the 3rd, or I can say 10 to the negative 3rd. It means the same thing. I can say a to the negative 2, and that's going to be the same as 1 over a to the 2. I can say x to the negative y, and that's going to be the same as 1 over x to the y. So there at the bottom of the page, bottom line, a negative exponent means you're dealing with a fraction or a decimal. All right, so that takes care of page 3.